This Sportsnet Central update is presented by Drayton Resort and Casino.
Minnesota and the Wolves, they welcome back Karl Anthony Towns, a longtime member of the T-Wolves there, and they had a great run last season going to the Western Conference Finals.
Ooh.
And the Knicks, of course, traded for Cat last season, sent Julius Randle and Dante DiVincenzo to Minnesota, and you see that right there. Cat, man, dude, give me some of that.
Put it on them boys.
They didn't want you, Cat. And the Knicks, they opened up the second quarter on a 26-2 run. You see Karl Anthony Towns, he got a double. Right now they're up big at the half by 22.
They didn't want you, Cat.
They didn't want you, Cat. They didn't want you, Cat, man, dude. He's got a double-double already as he goes back to Minnesota to play against his former team.
Well, yeah, you got to put it on them boys. I mean, that's a defensive team on the other end, but him and the New York Knicks, they've been playing such great basketball. Offensively, finding a good rhythm right now. Jalen Brunson, another star on that team. I love Cat on the New York Knicks. He's been playing incredible basketball. What do they call him now? Bodega. What they call him?
Oh, Bodega. Bodega.
The big Bodega?
The big Bodega. The big
That's
Bodega.
right.
Yeah, that's right. And look, so far, Mully, this trade has worked out for the New York Knicks. It looks like a better fit. We just saw Minnesota out here in the Bay Area. Julius Randle ball dominated, went 4-15 in that Sunday night game against the Dubs. I like this move so far for the New York Knicks. I would say they're winning the trade so far.
I love this move. I don't even think it's close as far as winning the trade, but more important, I think they're going to be a big-time threat in the Eastern Conference, give the Celtics a big run for their money, because Cat, he can play outside, but I think Tom Thibodeau's doing a really good job. That pick and roll with Jalen Brunson, he's got him diving to the rim, so he's getting dunks and getting to the free throw line and shooting threes. He's a dynamic player. And the Knicks in the past with Thibodeau, they've been so heavy on the defensive end, they've struggled offensively. Now they're scoring big-time points, and their defense will come around. That's what Thibodeau does. So I like the fact that they're a little ahead of schedule offensively, and as the season wears on, they get their defense together. I think they're a big-time threat to get out of the East.
Minnesota 14-11 as he fell, and it seems like that trade has affected Anthony Edwards. He's shooting more threes, averaging 10 a game. Plus Naz Reid off the bench. He hasn't been into the rhythm and the flow of that Minnesota T-Wolves team coming off a Western Conference Finals bid.
Yeah, Bonte, it just goes to show you that, it takes some time. Like when you make these trades and make these moves, it takes some time for players to get acclimated to the team, to the system, for each other to get adjusted to their game. So, talk about Julius Randle. When you look at it on paper, he's a guy who can score. He's a big guy, and just exchanging with Karl Anthony Towns, they seem to kind of do the same thing offensively. Well, Anthony Edwards and Karl Anthony Towns, they had a really good rapport offensively. Defensively, Rudy Gobert could cover for Karl Anthony Towns, and they had a good rapport as well. So that was the number one defensive team, and people had high expectations last year. This season, they're getting a little slow start, but when you have a dynamic athlete like Anthony Edwards, you always believe in that team that they can turn it around at some point because they have good pieces.
DiVincenzo's struggling right now in Minnesota.
Well, I don't think they're creating good shots. And the difference to me with Karl Anthony Towns and Julius Randle, Karl Anthony Towns was able to pick and pop and catch and shoot. Julius Randle likes to have the ball in his hands, put it on the floor. When you have Julius Randle inside the three-point line dribbling with Rudy Gobert, spacing is a problem.
No doubt about that. All right, Knicks up big at the half. Now it's time for our River Rock Daily Jackpot. Let's take a look at the new All-Star Game format that we'll see at Chase Center this season.
Yeah, you have to explain this to me again,
Yeah, all right. 24 NBA All-Star selections divided evenly. That's right, evenly into 3 8-player teams. And the fourth team is going to be the Rising Stars champion. Honorary team GMs, Barkley, Shaq, Kenny Smith, and Candace Parker. Barkley, O'Neal, and Kenny Smith will draft their rosters from the pool of 24 NBA All-Star selections. 2 teams meet in one semifinal. Remaining 2 teams meet in the other semifinal. Winning teams from Game 1 and Game 2 advance to face each other in the championship, which will be Game number 3. And the winner of each game is the first team to reach or surpass 40 points. Now, one of the All-Star games have become nearly unwatchable. All-Star Saturday night has been great with the 3-point shootout. Last year, the Eastern Conference scored 211 points. Not much defense, not much personal pride played. People walking out of the game. But I'm not sure if this is the answer right here, Fezzi.
But I don't care, all right? The All-Star Game is in San Francisco this year. So I'm excited for everybody to come see what the Bay is about. That is part of what I'm excited about. If they make them play half-court defense, they make them play one-on-one, I don't even care anymore. I just want to see competition. I want to see the league's best stars coming out there and competing, giving us a show. I want to see the three-point contest. I want to see the dunk contest. But, the NBA is doing what they can to really inspire the guys to start playing, kind of like with the NBA Cup, doing what they can to give the guys and give the fans something to be excited about for the start of the season. They're doing the same thing for the All-Star Game. But as a fan of the game, I want to see the best stars compete at the All-Star game.
Yeah, as Bonte said, the last few All-Star games have been somewhat disappointing, so they're trying to drum up something, some creativity. And ideally, you look at that format, it's almost like a pickup game to 40. So you already have a built-in time limit, right? So you're not out there playing minutes, so you have a score, a target score. And then, it kind of brings you back to old school, just let's go score 40, whether you got to go for the offensive side or the defensive side. It's kind of like a pickup game.
Right.
Trying to go back to the fundamentals of competition.
A lot of players have spoken out. Kevin Durant, John Morant saying we just want East versus West. Let's go. But LeBron James did mention that something had to give. We had to do something. So I'm not mad at the NBA for experimenting with this, and we'll see how it works out.
But the interesting thing, though, is the team that gets to play against the Rising Stars. That's the one that I feel like there's going to be a little bit of something there because the Rising Stars want to prove something.
Absolutely.
So they're going to come out and try to go above and beyond to try to beat the team that they're playing against in the All-Stars. But like this level of trying to bring things together, combine the Rising Stars with the current All-Stars, it's an interesting look.
Yeah.
Well, the fact that the veterans with LeBron, Kevin Durant, John Morant are saying that, maybe this sparks something in them. And then next year, you go back to it.
Well, we'll get a front row seat. All-Star game right here.
It's going to be a great weekend here
It
in
will
San
be a great
Francisco.
weekend in San Francisco, and then we'll have festivities in Oakland, California as well. Can't forget about them. But let's continue to go around the NBA because we got drama. We got people squared up here.
What's happening?
What is happening here? Paul Reed started it with Jordan Clarkson, and he's about it off right there.
Who's that?
Who is that? 0-0 for the Detroit Pistons here.
Let me just say this.
Who he play for?
Hey, at least it wasn't like the last time in Detroit. Just a little bit more manageable. Okay?
Isaiah Stewart?
A little more. No, not that one.
The Malice in the Palace.
Oh, the Malice in the
Little
Palace.
more manageable.
Back.
Little more manageable here.
Isaiah Stewart, remember he was going at it with LeBron.
Yeah.
The Malice in the Palace.
Hey,
goes down to
another level.
That is Ronald Holland II, who was squared up with Jordan Clarkson. And Jordan Clarkson's known to do that. JK, when he had braids.
Hey, watch out.
JK's like, no, I'm not having that.
He's known to do what? He's known to do what?
Dude, what is Jordan Clarkson doing, man?
Put up your dukes.
He put up his dukes tonight and didn't throw one punch. Oh, man. Jordan Clarkson's feisty,
You know where
man.
JK is from? You know where he's
I
from?
know where he's from.
That man is from Congo. He will eat you for lunch. This is crazy.
Yeah.
What?
I don't think Jordan Clarkson wanted that smoke. Well, Ronald Holland II wanted all the smoke today with the Detroit Pistons, man. Something about that building. Something about that city, man. The home of Tommy Hearns.
Hey, honestly, that fight is what I wanted to see tonight against Memphis. Okay, that's the kind of energy I needed tonight. Okay, so no.
Hey, if Meta World Peace and Ben Wallace see that, what do you think they're doing? Come on, man.
They're not doing anything. By the way, exactly in my ear saying that LeBron James made some more history, just surpassing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for most minutes played in NBA history.
Who did?
LeBron James.
Okay. Wow, history being made.
History being made. So we got some history tonight, and we got brawls happening out there, or fake little brawls in
Is
Detroit.
that supposed to make me feel better after this game tonight?
So we got to laugh a little bit after the Warriors got blown out by 51. All right, let's continue to look